Sorry.
What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan, and I'm here with my other half.
Travis.
And we're the 406 Boys, and we are also here with...
Film Harpy.
And right now, we are just talking about our reaction to the Oscar nominations that just released. What are... let's talk about a little bit about some of the individual stuff, and then we'll talk about kind of what we think about overall. So let's talk about like some of the stuff more with some of the bigger awards. So like let's start off with costume design. What do you guys think about the stuff that was for costume design? I was kind of thrown off a little bit with one of the nominations, which was Avatar Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
Me too.
I didn't expect Avatar Fire and Ash to be nominated for costume design. That one kind of threw me off a little bit, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with all the rest of the nominations for costume design, but I did not agree with Avatar Fire and Ash. I think there were a couple other movies that probably could have been put in there other than Avatar Fire and Ash.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was expecting Wicked to be in that group.
I would have put Wicked over Avatar Fire and Ash in that category for sure.
I agree.
I would have put let's see. There are a couple other movies definitely that I would have put over Avatar Fire and Ash. Let's move on to best makeup and hairstyling. How do you guys feel about the nominees for that?
I'm sure
we have Frankenstein, Kukuo, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister.
I'm sure everyone else smiled may vary. I don't really agree with The Smashing Machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So people that are fans of the UFC, right? And all respect to the fighter who, and I'm blanking on his name right now. All respect to him, and I've watched many like clips and stuff like that and highlights of the actual fighter, and he is a legend in the sport, and I'm not taking that away from him. But to me, the fighter, the Rock playing that fighter, he just looked, to me, it still looked like the Rock. To me, that's why I just don't agree with the nomination for makeup. I think to me there's only two here that could really win this, and that's Sinners and Frankenstein. And I honestly wouldn't. I would be shocked if Frankenstein didn't win makeup. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's honestly, to me, it's really between Sinners and Frankenstein. To me, I don't know about you guys, but let's move on to one of my favorite. Let's move on to one of my favorite award categories, which is visual effects. I would say I'm really happy with this, except there is one nomination that I was completely shocked by, which was Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, I was not.
I did especially not since it was to be average nominated. At best.
I did not expect a Jurassic World film to be nominated at the Oscars. I'm not saying it wasn't possible, but I just did not expect it. Obviously, we knew Avatar Fire and Ash was going to be because they're pretty to look at. F1, I'm happy that was nominated. Sinners, obvious pick. The Lost Bus, I don't know much about, but I mean,
I know it's an Apple original movie, but that's about it.
So, I mean, that makes sense because those Apple projects are usually good to look at. But Jurassic World Rebirth, it just doesn't seem like those Jurassic World movies just don't seem like ones that scream Academy Awards, you know?
The thing is, the problem is that the effects is like, it's not necessarily a bad visual effects thing. It's just that I'm aware I'm looking at a computer effect.
Yeah. And honestly, I know it sounds like I'm jumping on the Wicked band game here, but I really feel like Wicked would have been a bigger a better contender for that than Jurassic World.
I think we can all
Oh.
agree that the biggest snub overall this year was Wicked not getting nominated for a single thing.
Yeah.
We'll get on to that later on. But let's move on to Best Sound. There is one in here that I wanted to be nominated, and it was, which was F1. I think all the ones nominated deserved it. Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Seurat. I haven't seen Seurat, but
yes, I don't think Seurat has been widely released here yet, at least to my knowledge.
Best Original Song, these are all ones that I've heard were going to be nominated, and I didn't see any surprises. There's one in here that I think is going to win, which is Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters. There's one, I mean, I've heard I Lied to You from Sinners could win, but Golden has swept every single award show so far, and I don't think it's not going to win here, so...
I would say that that's a possibility, but I know that the Oscars tend to not go for the popular poppy one.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Golden could potentially win. It's just that I noticed that the ones that are poppy earworm types, they tend to go like, no.
Best Original Score. So, I wanted F1 to be on here, but it wasn't on here. But you have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. Are you guys happy with those nominations?
I would say that overall, I would say Begonia's was fine. I would say that I'm sure that there's probably other ones that I think probably arguably deserved a spot because I would say I barely noticed the score in that one.
Yeah.
But overall, the score category is fine.
What about you, Film Harpy?
Yeah, I feel overall maybe that's okay. I mean, again, Begonia, like maybe not great, but I mean, I guess I can see it's not bad. The rest of them I am okay.
I can definitely see it for One Battle After Another. Best editing, Sinners definitely deserves to be here. One that I was really happy with was F1. The editing in that movie was insane. Just because I feel like it being a racing movie, I feel like the editing has to be good. I feel like all the ones in this category are pretty good. Like, for that. Now this is a big take here. Production design. I think the fact that Wicked isn't nominated is I think is a little like snubbish here. The ones nominated: Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. Of those ones here, which one would you think you would take out and put Wicked in for? Because obviously it's not Sinners. I don't think I would take out One Battle After Another. And I don't think I would take out Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So, between Hamnet and Marty Supreme, which one would you replace for best production design? Which one would you put in Wicked?
Maybe Marty Supreme.
I'd say Marty Supreme, honestly.
That's the one thing that I did think about Wicked was, man, the setting of the movie looks really good. So
yeah, I think so too. And honestly, when you look at Marty Supreme, like there's nothing really fantastic about it, like as far as production design, right?
It's simple. It's like a simple production design. Yeah,
it's simple. I think that's the biggest thing.
Just 1960s aesthetics, really.
Yeah.
Best cinematography. What did you guys think about this category?
Overall, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I did like I hadn't really thought of it, honestly, until you had mentioned it before the show, but looking back on F1, and of course we saw that movie a really long time ago, so I think I just kind of forgot about that as far as cinematography possibility, but
Right.
it definitely deserves that.
I agree.
Not. So I'm happy that one's in there.
Let's get into the new category. For the first new category at the Academy Awards for the first time in 25 years, Best Casting, which they decided to nominate Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. The only one I don't know much about is The Secret Agent, which is also nominated for Best International Feature. I think all of these. I think all of these are great nominations for this category. Especially I think the one that should win this award, which is Sinners. I think the only other one that I would think should win is One Battle After Another. But Sinners should absolutely win this award. I absolutely think that Sinners, I've told multiple people this. Sinners is the best movie of the year, and nobody will change my mind about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, Sinners might be the best movie I've seen in the last 5 years. Sinners might be the best movie I've seen in the last 10 years. And for a while, I thought that there wouldn't be a movie that would beat Everything Everywhere All at Once until I saw Sinners. And I think that Sinners beat that for me, that it was a better movie than Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture. So I think that the fact that there was now a movie that beat that movie for me for a better movie, I didn't know there would be a movie better than Everything Everywhere All at Once, but now that Sinners came out, the vision that Ryan Coogler has is like needs to be studied. Let's get into, this is my take on Best International Feature this year. I think this is the most stacked that this category has been in a long time. Because you have The Secret Agent, you have It Was Just an Accident, you have Sentimental Value, and you have Surratt. Those four movies I have heard so much about. Like all year I've heard about those four movies, and all four of those movies have a huge shot at winning this year. Every year, like you pick one movie and you don't know who's going to win international feature. Any of these could win this year. You don't know which one's going to win. You don't know. I hear so many people raving about The Secret Agent. I hear so many raving about Sentimental Value, Surratt. It Was Just an Act. So many people, and you just don't know which one's going to win this year. This is the most stacked Best International Feature has been in a long time. So,
yeah.
Now, this is one Travis was excited about when the nominations were announced. Let's get into Best Animated Feature. Travis, I know you were excited about one of the nominations. Can you explain why?
I wanted Elio to be up because it's a genuinely good movie. And the fact that, again, it's one of those things that the fact that Disney put no advertisements into it, but put all their advertisements in Lilo and Stitch is shameful.
Now, here's a question for you guys. Do you think, like, in your heart of hearts, do you think Disney has a chance this year, or do you think K-Pop Demon Hunters is winning it?
It might go to Demon Hunters, but I honestly don't know.
Now, I was reading on X before we started recording this. A bunch of people are already commenting that they are mad that Demon Slayer was not nominated. And I was expecting that people were mad that Demon Slayer was not nominated because Demon Slayer
just realized I said Demon Slayer instead of Demon Hunters.
Yeah. Demon Slayer was the new Demon Slayer was a good, like, really good movie. And it has been nominated at a couple awards shows, and it has won at a couple award shows. But the thing is when you have movies like, so the Oscars are a different kind of award show. They look for, like, different kinds of, like, things that they need to nominate. So obviously they usually, I think the Oscars usually nominate at least 2 Disney projects like every year, and then the rest are non-Disney.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. It's usually 2 Disney projects every year, whether it's Pixar and Disney or Disney and Disney. So
there was one that I was seeing that I was surprised it didn't get up, was that one film from China.
that's the other one which, by the way, fun fact, that is the highest grossing animated film ever.
Yes.
I did see that. And I did see that they're re-releasing it in 2026. So
cool.
Hopefully your theater gets it so that we can see it.
Yeah.
And just so you know, whoever wants to watch it, it is on HBO Max. If you want to watch it. Best adapted.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Best adapted screenplay. I think all the ones on here deserve to be on here. Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. Again, I've heard a lot about Train Dreams, and I want to watch it. All the other ones I have seen except for Hamnet. Again, Begonia, it's not a bad movie, it's just weird. You got to understand, the director of Begonia directed the same movie with Emma Stone, and that movie was weird as shit. That it was a good movie, but it was weird as shit.
True.
And don't get me wrong, she deserved to win that Oscar too, but that movie was weird as shit. So, and people can there's people out there, and I'm talking about certain people that talk shit about that specific movie that Emma Stone won her Oscar for, that like talk shit about the premise of that movie, that don't understand the actual premise of that fucking movie. So
right.
But I'll move on from that. Best original screenplay, I'm actually pretty happy. Obviously Sinners had to be on there. Sentimental Value, I'm happy that it's getting a lot of nominations. Marty Supreme, it was just an accident. Again, I've heard a lot about. That's the one that's up for international.
Right.
And,
yeah.
I've actually heard that a lot of people wanted Blue Moon to be nominated.
I've heard that too.
I've been hearing about Blue Moon also. I just haven't been able to find it.
Now, we're starting to get we're into the big awards now, and this is where you guys can talk about if you agree, if you disagree, whatever. So best director, so we got Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. We've got Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme. I mean, this one is probably the biggest one, and I would expect this one to win. Like, I'd probably bet like 97% on this one winning, which is Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. I almost guarantee like all of my next paycheck that he's going to win this.
Yeah.
And then you have Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value. The only other one that so the 3 that I could see winning are Chloe Zhao, Paul Thomas Anderson, and Ryan Coogler. Those are the 3 I see winning. The 2 most likely are, to me, and as much as I love Ryan Coogler, the 2 most I see winning are Paul Thomas Anderson and Chloe Zhao. I don't know why I say Chloe Zhao, but the fact is I see how the Academy likes to vote and who they vote for. I just see Paul Thomas Anderson winning this award. I really do. The next one, I have to say something, which is Best Supporting Actress. The one person I wanted to be up for this award, which is Amy Madigan for Weapons, she got nominated. That's awesome. She is probably the one I want to win. I don't know if she's gonna win. She's won at multiple award shows so far. The only other one that I would really be okay with winning is Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another. The only problem I have with these nominations is the fact that Ariana Grande was not nominated for Wicked. I would have taken out probably one of the people for Sentimental Value and put in Ariana Grande. I think that the fact that I think the fact that I think the fact that Wicked was not nominated for one single award was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think
And
that I just
af-
think it yeah.
after seeing Sentimental Value, which is such a great movie, by the way,
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that both of them are nominated
Mhm.
for Best Supporting because there's, you know,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, there's clearly one that stands out over the other,
And
and
Like,
that would be Elle Fanning, correct?
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
why isn't one of them in the lead category?
Exactly.
that's my thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
because
and
I
that's one thing
definitely
that
feel like,
that's one thing that I hate that the Academy has started to do is
mhm,
they've started doubling up in one category, and it's like why not
yeah,
put, and they're like I feel like they think, oh, there's too many people in the lead category, that they start doubling up in the supporting category.
yeah, it's almost like they were like, well, we wanted to nominate this person, but we really need to
Mhm.
nominate all these, so we need to
Yeah,
put this one here so she can still get a nomination.
exactly. Um, Best supporting actor. So you have Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, which is one I really liked, Delroy Lindo for Sinners. You have Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. And then the one that I think is probably going to win, which is Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. I mean, again, he probably couldn't. He not saying he's 100%, but he's won. Stellan Skarsgård has won at almost every award show so far.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but he's won pretty much every. He's swept almost every award show so far. So
That's another one where they doubled up on the award things because you have
Mhm.
two from One Battle After Another.
again, that's one where I think Benicio del Toro should have been Best Actor. So, or
Um,
one of them should have been Best Actor. So
yeah, I would say like because Del Toro is more of a supporting role,
yeah,
and
and
so
Sean
is
Penn.
Sean Penn
Yeah.
essentially.
Best Actress, Mom, you had one in here specifically you wanted to be up for Best Actress.
I did.
And
Jessie Buckley. I'm really happy to see her up there. I thought her performance in Hamnet was so solid.
I
I mean, it
agree.
was really great.
We have Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, which I've heard is a good movie. The girl from Sentimental Value, and one that I wouldn't say is ultimately surprising, but one that we didn't expect like 100%, which was Emma Stone for Begonia. Um, there was a lot of talk about what's that actress's name? Julia Roberts
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
talked about being up
I heard her
for
name
her
drop
movie.
too.
I believe Julia Roberts was on the short list. If I remember correctly. There were a couple people on the short list. Cynthia Erivo was on the short list. Obviously, she didn't make it. I mean, I can understand looking at all the people that are up for Best Actress right now. I can understand why, and a lot I might get shit for this, but I can understand why Cynthia Erivo was not nominated just because of the caliber of actresses that are up for this award. Um, I do not, however, understand why Ariana Grande was not up for supporting. Because, again, doubling up on the awards just doesn't make sense. Now, Best Actor, I think you couldn't get more of a perfect. This is close to perfect to me. Timothy Chalamet and Marty Supreme was great. Um, Timothy Chalamet, the last 3 years, I think he's been nominated. Actually, last 2 years or last 3 years, but he's really grown as an actor, and
Yeah.
I think he's grown from like a low B tier to he's getting close to top A tier, close to S tier actor, and he's showing that he's grown from low tier acting jobs. He's been in Wonka, now he's been in all these the Bob Dylan movie. He's now been in Marty Supreme. He's doing so well. I love to see Leo back up there. Um I love to see Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and the guy from Secret Agent. If you want my honest opinion, who I want to win, I want Michael B. Jordan. I really do. I don't think he's gonna win. I really don't. Who I think is going to win, I really, in my heart of hearts, think Timothée Chalamet is gonna win, and I think he's gonna get his Oscar. Who I would be absolutely over the moon thrilled if he won was Leo, because if an actor deserves multiple acting awards, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, because he just got his first acting award like just a couple years ago. But the one I absolutely want to win this year is Michael B. Jordan, because he's been an actor for a while, and this is the first movie where I feel like he got to show his true like acting potential. And then final acting award, best picture. Is there any movies in here that you are surprised that it made the best picture nomination?
A couple.
Okay. Do you want to speak on those real quick, both of you?
I would say one of them would have to be Begonia.
Okay. And why do you
Like,
why are you surprised that it made best picture?
I just kind of expected it to be one of those ones where it's like it will strive for an award, but it basically will ultimately get ignored.
Okay.
Kind of like how some other obvious, not to say this was an obvious Oscar bait type, but the ones that are like, okay, you're clearly trying to go for an award, and they probably are like, yeah, that's cute, you can go on over here.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect them to actually pick this movie just because it's fine. I just have not heard any buzz except for, and even the ones that I heard them mention the awards, that one, the prediction I heard is maybe.
So basically, the fact that it, one, didn't get as much buzz, and two, that it was just one of those movies where you didn't expect it to get much.
So it basically felt like it just mostly came out of nowhere.
And what about you, Film Harpy?
For me, the one that I'm honestly surprised actually made it in, even though there was some buzz about this, is Train Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. That film, while it was okay, I didn't see the greatness that everybody else saw.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just got to throw this in there. I get that I was tired and stuff, but the night that I watched this film, I actually fell asleep.
Yeah. And we've all had movies where we've done that, like.
Yeah. So I figure if I fall asleep in a movie, maybe that's not best. Sure,
Yeah. I think one movie on here, I would have to agree with Travis. I think I watched Begonia, and that's not to say that it wasn't a bad movie. I just found myself, out of all the movies on here, I think the two weakest ones would be Begonia and Train Dreams. I look at F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Values, and Sinners as all best picture caliber movies. Even F1, any year any of these movies weren't up could win best picture. I know for a fact F1's not winning best picture. All the years I've watched, I mean, I can't actually say 100% because we didn't think Parasite was winning best picture, right?
Yeah,
we can't say 100% because Parasite we didn't know was going to sweep those awards, and it swept those awards and shocked the whole world, right? But again, that was like 1 in a million happening, right? So a movie like F1 winning best picture, I'm really happy it's nominated, and it deserves to be nominated. But if we're being logistical, if we're being logical, I think the movies, if I'm picking 3 movies right now that have I'm going to pick 4 movies that have the best chance of winning best picture. I'm picking Sinners, I'm picking Sentimental Value, I'm picking One Battle After Another, and I'm picking Hamnet. Those are the 4 movies that I think have the best percentage of winning. The one that I think could shock everybody and win is Marty Supreme. I think that's the one movie. I think that's the one movie that could shock everybody and win. I think that's the
I think it is between those 4.
Yeah, I agree with
I've watched the Oscars so many years now that I've started to learn and click where what movies are gonna win. So like I don't think like sentimental value, I believe Stellan Skarsgård's gonna win supporting for that. I truly believe that. I don't think The Secret Agent will win anything except maybe international. Although I think sentimental
Even
value,
then, yeah,
I think
I was
sentimental value
say
will
that
still
that
win
will be the
that.
one.
I believe Timothy Chalamet has a big chance to win Best Actor for Marty Supreme. Again, I think Leo could sneak in. I think, you know, there's so many. The thing about the Oscars is we've seen so many surprises from actors stealing awards to actors slapping other actors, right? We've seen so many surprises. We've seen assaults on stage. We've seen actors being banned for, it's like, so we don't know what's going to happen at the Oscars, but when the Oscars happen on March 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern, so 5 p.m. our time, we'll find out, I guess, what happens, and we get another good host. I love that Conan O'Brien is coming back
I'm
because the
so
last time
Conan's
that he hosted
back.
it was fun. I love that they always choose a host like Conan O'Brien. I hope next year honestly, and I know people hate on him. I hope next year they choose someone like Kevin Hart because I think Kevin Hart would be freaking hilarious. I think that the fact that I already know the kind of jokes that Conan O'Brien's gonna tell just because he's very outspoken and I already know. But I appreciate you guys being here. This is gonna be like a new series where this is turned into like a little mini podcast. Um so I want to thank Travis for being here, and I want to thank Film Harpy for being here for us reacting and sharing our thoughts on the Oscar nominations. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos and more podcasts like this, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on notifications so you get notified with new videos or when we upload new videos. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
And we're the 406 Boys. See ya.